Hi soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what does spirit want you to focus on. And to do this reading we will be picking 4 piles together. So pile number 1 is ready. So for pile number 1 we have a Serpent. For pile number 2, we have 6-rayed star. For pile number 3, we have spell. And for pile number 4, we have the familiar. I'm loving today's 4 cards. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or in fact, if you feel drawn to all of the piles, trust your intuition. It will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, if you love watching the shuffling process and the card picking process just as I do and find it comforting, I've left this specific part for you. And so these are going to be the decks that we'll be using for these readings, for this reading. Any deck that you like, that I use and want to know what the name of it is, you'll always find that I leave it mentioned down in the description box in any video. Okay, so now let's start with our first oracle card and shuffle with intention. So what does spirit want you to focus on? I wonder, what does spirit want you to focus on? Can we kindly know, please? What does spirit want you to focus on? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. Let's take our next oracle deck and again shuffle with intention. What does spirit want you to focus on? Can we kindly know, please? What does spirit want you to focus on? I feel like this is 1. I feel like this is 2, right? What does spirit want you to... Oh, this is popping up. Out. 3. Focus on, please. What does spirit want you to focus on? I feel this one. Okay, great. So last but not least, we now need to shuffle our tarot deck. We're going to be taking 5 cards for each pile. So... what does spirit want you to focus on, please? What does spirit want you to focus on? Great, let's find out. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. I think we're ready now. Let's tidy them up. Okay, so this is pile number 1. We should have taken that card with it. Yeah, that's better. So there we go with pile number 1. This would be 2. So pile number 2 is also ready. Pile number, I think we'll have to make space. So let's push this a little bit here and this one right next to it. Right, now we have space for 3 and 4. Let's tidy up number 3. Three is ready. Oh, do we have space for 4? Yeah, now we have space for 4. Okay. Right. I guess we are now ready to begin our readings. So thank you for sticking around during this shuffling process. It's always lovely to have your energies around. And I guess now we're ready for your reading. So pick the pile that you want and let's begin your reading. Hi, pile number 1. So you have chosen the Serpent. Oop. And let's find out together what Spirit wants you to focus on. Okay, so your first card. Oh, you have Gnosis. Okay. Along with your first card, which is Serpent, you have a Cardinal card. Okay, which is all about instigating, of course, pioneering, and also, as a result, bravery. Right. So, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Pile number 1. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Page of Cups. Wow, pile number 1. Okay. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I think your message is getting clearer as we take a look at your cards. You have Temperance, right? It's going along beautifully with our Knight of Pentacles message here. And you have the Ten of Cups, ending your reading for the time being. We will, of course, be pulling out another tarot deck in a moment, in the middle of the reading, to get more information about what Spirit exactly wants you to focus on. Okay, so pile number 1, what I see here is that there is an idea tingling in your heart, an idea that is calling you to start something. Now, this could either be something big or even quite simply something small. So this idea could maybe be starting a certain system at your work that will help you out with your everyday tasks. Or it could be matters of the heart, an idea about making a friendship with someone, or maybe an idea that has to do with taking a yoga class, joining a community, or maybe asking someone out. Also, it could also be starting a new business. But here's the thing. With the Gnosis, this is inner knowing. You kind of feel in your heart that this is the right thing for you to do at the moment. And you have been contemplating about whether to start it or not. With the Serpent here, it's like it's been tempting you, you know? It's been playing in your mind for a while, pile number 1. And you kind of really feel like you want to start it. And so I feel here that Spirit is actually encouraging you to take the step, to be courageous and start it. pile number 1. Start this business that you want, or start this new routine that you want, the system that will help you with your work, or ask this person that you like out, or ask them for coffee, or maybe starting a new healthy routine, exercising. Something is playing in your mind, pile number 1, and I'm seeing Spirit say focus on it, because with the serpent here, that's the pile that you picked. This specific idea that you are focusing on will, just like the snake, change the course of how you do things. It will change your life one way or the other to with a powerful effect, because the apple is a symbol of power. In fact, when you take an apple and you split it in half, you'll realize that the seeds inside form a pentacle, and this is why it's considered to be a symbol of power. That's why you have power here. And so you even have the fork of the horned god. This figure here is holding it, and you can see this person wearing good luck. And so really what I'm seeing here is that this idea is not far-fetched at all. This is something that if you take an initiative to do and to go towards, it will turn out to be to have a powerful effect in your life. You will feel a lot of you will enjoy and love the results that comes out of it, and I think it will make you happy one way or the other, because with happiness here, maybe something has been taking so much out of your time, and applying this system will make you finally relieved and happy. Or if it's getting closer to a certain friend or a certain person that you feel drawn to, I think it may turn out to be quite a lovely connection. And if it's a business, or if it's an idea, a brilliant idea of a project that you want to start, I'm seeing Spirit telling you to start it, because it's going to reap a lot of great results. It's going to have a powerful effect on your life. And I see that Spirit is telling you to focus on this idea that you have. Now, what I'm seeing here as an advice from Spirit, specifically with the cardinal energy. The cardinal energy tends to be that sort of energy of feeling something so strong, starting it, but not necessarily going through with it and finishing it. You could, but that's the sort of energy here. And so with the Knight of Pentacles and Temperance, I see a message from Spirit saying, please be patient with the process. Don't feel frustrated as you work through it, because I know you have your eye on the goal and on the result, but realize that with like everything in the world, there is a process that you should be patient with, because when you let things simmer, is what I'm hearing, they come out tastier. And so the best case for your scenario, pile number 1, is to actually take things slowly. Don't rush it. Enjoy the process. Learn as you go along. See, because with learning as you go along, let's say, for example, this is getting closer to someone. Learning as you go along here shows me that it's better to take things slow with this person, because you will learn so much about them during that time that you may not get the opportunity to know later. It will really help you in connecting better, in communicating better, in having a better loving bond together. If this is a business venture, then taking it slow will really help you see a lot of the things that you could have fallen into, but taking it slow would have made you realize where the mistake is, and rectified it before it causes issue that would take more of your time. So there is this fake idea that you could go quickly, but going quickly initially could deter you from actually going very quickly in the long run, looking at things from a bird's eye perspective. So I'm seeing Spirit saying, go ahead, start it, follow your heart. Your heart knows that you're supposed to do this, pile number 1, and you are right. Your intuition is right. The idea is brilliant. Go ahead with it, but slowly. And maybe you've been putting it off because you were busy, or that you were focused on other things. You knew you would get to it, but now is the time to put your focus on it, because like we explored in your main card here, it will really have a powerful effect in general in your life, making you ultimately happy, satisfied, and that kind of energy can push you towards other things in life. All right. Or other issues or other challenges. Yeah, it's going to have a powerful effect. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to focus on? What else, or what within this message? Let's find out. Pile number 1. What does Spirit want you to focus on? Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords, the King of Cups. Wow, Knight of Cups in conjunction with the King of Cups. Then you have the Emperor, right? The 5 of Pentacles, right, in conjunction with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Okay. The 7 of Pentacles. And last but not least, you have the 7 of Wands. Right, it makes sense. All right, let me push the cards up a little bit and come back. So centering your reading, I'm seeing here with the 5 of Pentacles in conjunction with the Knight of Pentacles, that there's this hidden idea. Maybe you haven't started it yet, because we were wondering why you haven't started it. There's this unconscious idea that maybe you can't do it. Maybe you won't be able to do it. Maybe it will turn out bad. It will give you a bad result. Maybe it's a bit challenging or intimidating. But what I'm seeing is, with the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, of course, and the Emperor, first of all, with the Emperor, yes, you can is the name of your game here in whatever you're supposed to focus on here. Now, seeing the Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, I'm really seeing Spirit telling you, especially with Temperance, take it little by little, take it step by step. Thinking of the whole thing at large could be intimidating, could scare you, might make you feel initially that you can't. But when you take things slowly, step by step, you start realizing through your journey that you were misanalyzing this, that you really were unfair to your potential and skills and abilities, pile number 1. And so, as you can see, your biggest advice from Spirit is to start, to begin this. Your heart is absolutely calling you into the right direction. You cannot ignore what your heart here is calling for you to do. It is right. You are on the right path. And don't feel intimidated, but rather take it step by step. Take it slowly. You'll learn how to do this the right way as you move along in your journey. And most importantly, with the 7 of Wands, you see, it's going to turn out into something beautiful. So defend your dream, defend this outcome by taking action. The Wands is all about action taking, by doing something about it. Specifically in the 7 of Wands, you see a lot of wands, a lot of things against someone. So you might feel like there are a lot of things in your way at the moment. Maybe you have a lot of work. Maybe you have to make ends meet. Maybe you're worried about being misunderstood. Maybe there are other opportunities towards the person or the thing that you want to go towards. But with the Seven of Wands, you are always here higher than these challenges. So you are in a good position. You're in a very good position. So move along anyways. Go through it. Be bold and do it, and you will realize that you're getting exactly what you want. It's going to reap a lot of benefits, and that's how you get what you want. If you don't try, you will never know, and you may not get what you want. But if you do try, sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does, and you are proud of yourself and you get exactly what you want. What do I see in the energies of your card in this specific situation is that it's going to turn out very favorable for you. And perhaps this is why Spirit is prompting you to focus on that pile number 1. So all of the best of luck with that initiation process. May you reap great results and happiness from it, pile number 1. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And by the way, pile number 1, this might be useful for you if you want to perhaps learn how to be more productive all while enjoying it. I sell a small productivity book that has all the key secrets and tricks to becoming a very productive person, all while enjoying it. If you're interested, you'll find it down in the description box. Please check it out if you're interested, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen the 6-rayed star. So let's take a look at your cards and find out exactly what it is that Spirit wants you to focus on, pile number 2. Wow, so you have the Mentor. Okay, I'm getting an inkling of what that could be. Let's put this on the side. You have... Oh, okay, now I'm sure. You have Aquarius with originality, philanthropy, progressive imaginings. Okay, lovely. You have your main card, of course, which is the 6-rayed star. That also goes perfectly in alignment with that, right? You have the Ace of Swords. Now it's very clear. Pun not intended, the Ace of Swords. But yeah, you have the Page of Wands. You have, wow, the Sun. Okay. Okay, yeah, illumination, of course. You have the Lovers. Ooh, and the 6-rayed star. Now this is interesting. Okay. There are 2 things here. Right, what's the last card? You have Justice. Okay. Now I'm seeing here 2 things for you. Pile number 2. First of all, I'm seeing that Spirit wants you to focus on something that is very important here for you to learn. Maybe you've been putting studying aside. You have some unique research abilities. You're capable of finding the right type of information. And I'm really seeing Spirit here telling you to focus on that learning that you're supposed to do. Because this learning here is going to bring you so much clarity in the endeavors that you're manifesting, which is part of what the 6-rayed star means. We're going to get into that in a second. So it's going to help you in your journey. Somehow you've been putting off reading something very important for you, pile number 2. And I'm seeing Spirit here really saying it's really going to illuminate your path more than you think or you realize that it will. You might think that this is just pure studying. You want to read about something in specific that may help you in one department. While that is true, this unique information will be helping you definitely in the department that you're seeking. But at the same time, I'm really seeing here that you're going to be illuminated in so much more areas than you actually think this will help you with. Pile number 2. So what is it that you want to study here? Because it's certainly helping you manifest something. You know, with the 6-rayed star, of course, this is a very ancient symbol that magic practitioners have used for thousands of years. And you do see here that there's a union between the masculine and the feminine energies, right where the heart meets. And this is where the heart meets. Even in Sanskrit, it's called anahata. Is it anahata? Yes. It indicates that love is really the key to life on earth. So with this message, I'm seeing that with the learnings that you are asked to focus on will really help you in your manifestation journey, the Page of Wands. It will give you key information on how to do very important things that will move you forward. You know, with manifestation, uniting. That's why magic practitioners have been using it for thousands of years, because uniting your feminine energies along with your masculine energies, that's the taking action and the skills and the intuition that you have, putting them together, or the knowledge that you gain, really gives powerful energy, especially if you do it from the heart. That helps you manifest big things in life. And so there's a lot of potential in your reading here. The more information that you get, the more you'll be able to connect certain dots together, helping you improve something or improve your journey. It will make you unique. Pile number 2. You'll get a lot of aha moments here. Because with Aquarius, this is not just any information. This is progressive ideas. This is unique information with the owl. The owl has striking eyes. It's like you have an eye for getting very good information that helps you understand something better. Also, you're very capable of connecting the dots. You're a visionary. You're able to see how you're going to put things together to move forward and what you want to achieve with it. And so with all these powers that you may be taking for granted, this is key to moving you forward, just like a magician with a wand, helping you create something big. And that's the element that's currently missing here in your journey to progress. Now I'm seeing another message here that's very clear. I mean, it's in our face and I have to say it. You do have the Lovers and the Justice card. I'm seeing a note from Spirit here to not forget your love connections or your love life as you go through this journey. You must be really busy. You want to probably finish reading this or read more about this certain area, and you don't have time. And to top it off, at the moment, there's love focus in your life. So if you're single, perhaps you need to put in the effort to find the right person, because now is the time for it. Or you'll be meeting someone because now's the time for it. And so this could be a jam-packed time in your life. And I see Spirit telling you to take it slow, but to do it all, actually. To read, to progress with your readings, and to not forget that this is the time for you to connect with someone. If you're already in a relationship, then I'm really seeing here with the balance, again, a Spirit telling you to move in your journey, but to balance your relationship very well with it, or your loved ones in your life, or your children, or your friends. Make sure that you balance these two areas out, because it's very important and key for your internal balance. See, this is what the sixth rate star is all about. Uniting the masculine energy with the feminine energy at the center where the heart lies. So doing things from the heart, moving from a sacral and heart chakra, both at the same time as you go along this journey. This is a very specific message to you here, pile number 2. Very specific. With the mentor appearing here, some of you could be mentors, professors, teachers, or even students. But of course, again, not necessarily. Gaining information, you don't have to be any of these. You could be anyone. And I know there's something that you've been holding off that you may want to start reading. Pile number 2. All right, now let's pick up let's pick up your tarot cards and get more information about what Spirit wants you to focus on. Maybe more information about that or something else. So what does Spirit want you to focus on, pile number 2? What does Spirit want you to focus on? What does Spirit want you to focus on, pile number 2? Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands, the Fool, the Knight of Cups, you have the High Priestess, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. You do see studying here and reading. How studying and reading is really going to make things move very slow, very quick. That's the 8 of Wands. As opposed to moving slowly. So you might think, pile number 2, that you don't have time to study something, to read something, because like we said, your life is jam-packed at the moment. There's a lot of things going on, and there are so many things that you may be juggling. But I'm really seeing here to take the time slowly. You don't have to put in long hours to do that. But with the 7 of Pentacles and the Hermit, take some alone time every day, just a little part every day, to read one page, to do one thing. And little by little, a little becomes a lot. And so with your learning, you'll be able to accumulate great knowledge. You'll find yourself moving quickly, pretty quickly, pile number 2. And that is what the 8 of Wands is all about here. Allowing you, just like we saw here with the Ace of Swords, it's in conjunction with the Fool, allow you to make a new beginning in your journey that you're on. Pile number 2. It's like this gift here from the universe to you. You have unique information that you will love learning about. You will love what it's going to turn you into, how it's going to help you progress. That's what Aquarius is all about. How it's going to help you move forward, how it's going to make you very original and unique. And you'll realize that you weren't wasting time at all, taking that little slot in your day to read and finish what you needed to do and move along with it. And you do have the Knight of Cups as well. There's another layer to what we said. The Knight of Cups, again, don't forget your loved ones. I don't know why, pile number 2, you keep getting this message here. But it seems like you need this balance in your life where you need to progress, you need to put in the time to read, and you need to keep your company with someone, a good relationship in that department at this stage of your life. Pile number 2. So maybe you want to put in the time to see people. If you're single and not in a relationship already, maybe you want to start considering taking, again with the 7 of Pentacles, taking a little slot of your week to do activities and to meet people, if this is allowed in your country, or to join online classes. One way or the other, open up yourself, because now, pile number 2, in your message is very specific. Now is the time where this slot in your life is going to be filled. It's going to be filled with something lovely. And don't forget that the Lover's card is a card all about choice. And so this is your choice. If you want this slot that we're seeing here as advice, it's all in your hands. Now there's an empty slot energetically where you're meant to receive it. If you want it, then maybe you want to go and get it, right? So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. All the best of luck with your studies and your readings and your progression. May you be blessed always. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And by the way, if you're interested in my productivity handbook, you'll find it down in the description box. It helps you become a productive person, all while enjoying it. It's small. You won't procrastinate on reading it. So if you're interested, don't forget to check it out. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen Spell. And boy, do I love this card. Because it's really all about achieving your dreams. A dream coming true. So let's see. Let's put that aside and see what Spirit wants you to focus on. So you have the Father. Lovely energy so far. Okay. Change of season maybe in your life. Okay. Let's see. That's your main card with Spell here. All right. So you have Taurus. Trust, patience, and sensuality. Okay. Taurus also reminds me of material possessions, luxury, beauty as well. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, pile number 3. So, you have the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands, embarking on a certain journey. Okay. Look, pile number 3. Your reading is so interesting. We're doing a reading about what Spirit wants you to focus on. Yet what I'm seeing here with the 7 of Cups is that Spirit is saying you're putting your focus perhaps these days on too many things at the same time. And so when you're diverging your focus on too many things, you're not really progressing in the direction that you want. You feel like none of the areas that you're putting all this focus on is really helping you move forward. So instead, what I see Spirit telling you, pile number 3, is to focus, I won't say on the most important thing, but to focus on the one thing that will have the biggest effect in your life with this changing season here. The one thing first that will help you progress and get out of this, perhaps with the Ten of Swords, this bottleneck that you have. I love the Ten of Swords in this specific deck because it's depicted as someone standing upright, not someone who's beaten down with the swords on their back. Signifying that you're in a good position, you're already trying, but you're not really moving much. It's like, I'm trying here and there and this and that and doing so many things and I'm not moving. So I see Spirit really telling you to focus on where you want the greatest results with the Taurus energy here. Do you want to perhaps focus on getting ahead with your career and getting the finances, as I see here, that you want, so that you can open up other areas in your life and you can have the time to focus on them as well? Is that it? Or is it more important for you to focus on helping your children first during this phase so that they can finish their homeworks, they can be ready so that you can focus on your time and go ahead? What is it, that one thing that you know if you put your focus on will help move everything else forward? That is your biggest message from Spirit here. That one thing that will get you the biggest result. It may be the most important thing to you, or it may not necessarily be, but it's that one thing that will push you forward, allowing you to move everything else forward. And if you take on this ideology here that I see with the Seven of Cups here, in conjunction with the change of field, it's very clear. It's like Spirit is telling you, you do that and you will reap the result. You'll finally feel that you are moving. So with the Five of Cups, I also see another message for you, pile number 3. I see Spirit telling you to drop, for the time being, the things that are not really serving you at the moment. So these could be things perhaps that aren't that important. They're nice to have, they're nice to do. They're things that perhaps others expect you to do, but you may not have time for. So with the Five of Cups, I'm seeing Spirit telling you to focus on what's important, because that will help you with everything else, and to, for now, drop the things that are acting without you knowing as roadblocks on your path. They could later on be very important and take priority in your life. They could even perhaps at some point be the most important thing. But for now, they are hindering you of getting from this bottleneck or moving ahead in the pace that you want. Pile number 3. Yeah, doing that, dropping what's not important, what's not serving your journey at the moment, and focusing on what's going to move you ahead with everything else, will make some sort of dream come true here for you. Pile number 3. Your wish is, of course, going to differ with everyone watching. It has a different wish, has different priorities. Some of you want their children to succeed and finally make it. Others watching, you want to succeed in your project. Some of you want to finish university. Some of you want to build something that you're working on. It's really going to differ. So it is not the what, it's the how. And right now, you focusing on what's important, leaving everything aside or with minimal work, putting the focus on that. Don't distribute your focus at the moment. Focus on taking yourself out, and you'll find that everything is back to place. This is the sort of energy that is required in everything that needs our focus in the beginning. Even when, for example, let's say you're learning how to drive. Would we say that driving is more important than finishing your work? Ultimately, no. But if learning how to drive is going to open up so many things, like being able to finish your work quickly because you go on time and you leave on time, it will help you bring your groceries easier so that you don't waste time or a big chunk of your day trying to prepare your food. And the examples are endless, of course, waiting for transportation to do a certain errand, yada, yada, yada. If this is your situation, then at the moment, you may need to drop other things that could later be super important so that you can focus on that one thing that would literally, right, drive you forward, move you forward. Pile number 3. And that's your biggest message here from Spirit. Focus on what is important. Let go now of what is not until you change seasons, enter a new phase, and you go, fine, I've built that initial infrastructure of what I want to do. Now I'm all set. Let's see what else I can start including in my routine or in my program. So with the 3 of Wands, start that sort of initiative. Start focusing on what's important. Right, so let's now take your tarot cards and get more information about what Spirit wants you to focus on here. So what does Spirit want you to focus on, pile number 3? What does Spirit want you to focus on? Right. So pile number 3, you have... Oh, 2 came at the same time. It must be significant. You have the Fool and the 8 of Swords. You have the 4 of Swords. The Emperor. And you have the Page of Cups. I feel this card. I really feel it. Let's find out why. Do you see how the 8 of Swords, feeling stuck, is falling right under the 10 of Swords? When we said this, you're like not moving at the moment. So amazing. So by you picking that focus, as we explained, you allow yourself to begin anew with the Fool card here. And so what I see here with the 5 of Cups and the Emperor and the 4 of Swords, this is really showing me that some things are very hard for you at the moment to let go of, pile number 3. It's not easy for you. It's like, but I wanted to do these things. I wanted to finish that. And what if I leave that? And my heart was there, and so on. I'm really seeing that Spirit is telling you to take bold decisions, to not be emotional about it, but with the Swords, to think rationally about it. Because what you're letting go of at the moment, yes, there might be a little bit of losses, small losses, in order to get big gains. So yeah, have a discussion with yourself, pile number 3. It's not like you're going to mourn these and never have them. It's just that you're doing it the right way. The right way for you to get what you want. And you'll later find better ways to do it, healthier ways to do it. Perhaps healthier here means you'll have more time to enjoy it. Or if this is about a healthy regimen, then maybe you'll find healthier ways to cook it. So in all in all, you're not stuck. It's not the end of the world. Don't feel bad over it. You'll get everything that you want. And that's what the Page of Cups is all about here. Just start. You'll get it all in the end. Just leave the things that are not as important as that one thing is for the time being. and you'll later be able to come with it stronger and better than ever. Pile number 3. And if this is about being productive, pile number 3, I'll finally tell you, because I always say it, if you want help with being productive all while enjoying it, I do sell a productivity handbook. It's small, straight to the point. You won't procrastinate on reading it. And it has all the key secrets and advice on how to be a productive person all while enjoying it. If you're interested, you'll find the ebook down in the description box. And you'll find all the information that you want about it. Pile number 3. But at the end of the day, it's this phase where you're gonna put in all the productivity, all the focus, all the heart into one area, so that it drives you like a car towards all the other directions that are important for you. And don't forget, pile number 3, at the end of the day, you have a big wish with the spell card, which was the initial card that you picked. You have Taurus. This is a lot of pampering here. You know, getting what you want, getting your wishes coming true, enjoying the luxury of it. And so, yeah, with sensuality, it's like you're going to immerse yourself into this wish. Enjoy it to the max. But again, with Taurus, this is all about having the patience and the trust to go through this process and to understand and know where to put your focus on and when. That will be the key to your journey here. Pile number 3. So pile number 3, that was your reading. It was a great pleasure doing this reading for you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. So you have chosen the familiar. Now let's take a look at your cards and find out exactly what Spirit wants you to focus on. So you have, interesting, the sustainer. You know, I'm kind of feeling like sustain what you're focusing on, you know. Let's find out together. So you have the sustainer here. That's pretty strong, a pretty strong archetypical energy with the sustainer here. You have the familiar, which is your main card. And again, with the familiar, I'm really sensing here intuitively the idea of doing what's familiar, to continue doing what you're doing. Let's find out more information about that. Were you doubting if you should go on, perhaps? Let's find out. Continue to do what you're doing because it's amazing, perhaps? Let's see. Wow. The cards really surprised me with fixed. The fixed here is like stability, persistent, to continue being loyal to what you're doing. Wow, lovely. Okay, so let's keep this here, pile number 4, and get more information on what Spirit wants to tell you exactly. So you have the 2 of Cups. Okay, you have the Queen of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. Okay. So I see what's going on here. You're working on something, you're building it every day, pile number 4. With the 2 of Cups, it has your heart and soul, and obviously it's giving you back. It's a journey that is giving you back, for sure. Or will be giving you back a lot. But the issue here is at hand that I'm seeing is that maybe it's starting to feel a little bit boring, or maybe it's starting to feel like it's putting a lot of pressure on you. Maybe you feel burned out. Maybe that you feel like you have to persevere. You're tired of doing that same fixed energy day in, day out, day in, day out. That's the energy that I'm seeing here in your pile number 4. But with the Queen of Swords is someone, specifically in this deck, as you can see, someone who at the moment is not looking at things emotionally. Do you see how she's kind of imprisoning her cups at the moment? And I'm not telling you to not feel things. No, that's not what Spirit here is saying. What Spirit is saying here is to persevere a little bit, to persist into what you're doing, because it will bring out a lot of amazing things to you that you know, pile number 4. And so sometimes perseverance can be a bit painful, right? Sometimes it can feel boring. The road to success is not a straight line. Always remember that. It's full of bumps and ups and downs. But at the end of the day, with the sustainer energy here, I'm really feeling that you are moving up. With the familiar, it's like you're being greatly assisted by your spirit guides. The universe is on your side. I really feel the energy of this reading. It's like that you're not just getting a lot from this, that you're already getting something amazing from this. And sometimes it does feel tiring. So what Spirit is telling you to focus on is to do what you need to do, perhaps with love, with the 2 of Cups. And to at the moment you're focusing too much on how painful it is, how tired you are, how boring it is. And okay, why am I getting ahead of myself? But what I'm seeing Spirit telling you also to focus on is your thoughts, your thought process. Shift your thought from this direction, pile number 4, and start putting into the direction of enjoying every bit of that task that you're doing. Why did you forget about this enjoyment process? With the familiar, this is something that's close to your heart, that you have passion for. And with the pressures of sustaining and moving forward and being stable, perhaps, and being dependable, this sort of pressure that's taken its toll on you, and without noticing, diverted your attention from enjoying what you're doing to feeling the pain of it. And so here in specific for you, not only is Spirit telling you to continue focus on your tasks, on that mission forward, but to mainly focus on what you've left behind. And that is to give love, because with the 2 of Cups, this is reciprocative energy. You put love into it and it will give you love and enjoyment back. And do what you need to do with enjoyment, enjoy the little things. Let me give you an example. You know what the difference is between someone who loves cleaning and someone who doesn't? Is that the person who loves cleaning enjoys watching their things sparkle, enjoys watching their counters clean, enjoys the process of making sure that it's going to sparkle in a moment and that they're going to have a wonderful counter, enjoys the process of ticking it off their list, enjoys the process of being a clean person, and we can go on forever. And so what I'm seeing here is Spirit telling you to focus on these things. Focus on achievement. Focus on celebrating these little wins that you do. Focus on enjoying the task rather than hating it. Enjoy the fact that you've wrote your first sentence. Celebrate the fact that you've finished that report, that you've started this report, that you've calculated your numbers well. Whatever it is that you're working on, celebrate every part of it. And you will go back to that enjoying inner child fun energy. And everything that you put fun and love into will give you enjoyment back. Even with education, when we teach children through fun, through entertainment, they love the process of learning. So it's not the process of working or learning per se, but it's how you do it is what Spirit really is trying to deliver in your message. pile number 4. And so to sustain the important things that you're doing, I see Spirit telling you the right way to do it is to enjoy it. Because if you don't, how long can you sustain it? Pile number 4. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the burnout of carrying a backpack. My father gave me a very good analogy. I'll say it to you quickly, but I thought it was super impressive when he explained it to me. There was this one time when I was doing a lot of things at the same time, and I was telling him, it's okay, I can do it. And he told me it's not wise to do that. Because if you're carrying a backpack with just a few small stones in it, and you are like, oh, this is very light, I can carry this forever if I have to, and if I want to, no problem with that. And as you carry this backpack, for a couple of hours, you'll start feeling the weight of this backpack. But you're saying to yourself, you know what? It's very light. I can carry this backpack forever. Couple of hours in, and you're now feeling that your back and your shoulders are a little sore. So you start pushing it up a little bit, stretch your back, stretch your arms, and go, I can still do this. I'm a little bit sore, but I can definitely do this. No problem. I can continue on my journey. I'm not going to let it stop my journey. Later on during the day, now it's really taking a toll on you. You're starting to take it off. You're starting to go, oh, you're starting to stretch. You're starting to take longer to think about the fact that you have to now start putting it on your back again. You're now moving it from one shoulder to the next. And you're trying to make it work. Towards the end of the day, pile number 4, now your backpack has absolutely caused tremendous emotional pain as well as physical pain. You cannot imagine how you've carried out your day with this backpack, and now you throw it out, and you're like, oh, I hate this backpack. I do not imagine myself ever carrying this backpack again. What a big mistake was that. And that is the energy that I'm seeing here. And so instead of pushing yourself to that limit, start taking things slowly, start managing it with wisdom, and enjoying the process. Since you're gonna do it anyways, why don't you enjoy it, right? Pile number 4. That's your biggest message here that I see from Spirit. Now let's take your tarot cards and get more information about what Spirit wants you to focus on. So what does Spirit want you to focus on, pile number 4? What does Spirit want you to focus on? Okay, so you have... Oh, 2 came out again, just like the last pile. So you have Death and the Page of Cups. Right. Start anew with love. It's very clear here. Start anew with love. On that same thing you're focusing on. But shift your focus on, oh, this is killing me, to... let's enjoy doing it. Let's enjoy being successful. Let's enjoy being productive. You have the Ace of Swords. Again, signifying a new beginning. This is a new beginning that will bring clarity to you, pile number 4. Because now, by shifting perspective, you do the same thing, but you enjoy it. Here's the thing. It's just a shift of mindset. And that is what I'm seeing Spirit telling you to focus on. Oh, 2 came out at the same time. So you have Temperance and the 9 of Swords. Of course, telling you, balancing your energy out again. It's unbelievable. Same message. Balancing your energy out will take you out of this anxiousness, this worry, this stress. Yeah, all this energy that you're feeling at the moment. And by the way, this 9 of Swords is telling me that when you get into a sort of energy a lot, pile number 4, you tend to hate something more and give it more importance than what it is. So it could be not that bad, But by focusing how much you hate it, how much you can't take it anymore, how much it's boring, and so on, you make it bigger. And so now when you really want to start working on it, your brain has perceived it to be very boring, a very taking out of your life, taking out of your system, and you're like, I can't believe I'm gonna start this. And you hate it more than you really should. It brings you pain more than it really should. So this is why Spirit wants to refocus your energy on that one thing you left behind, which is taking things slow, breathing, enjoying the process, enjoying how you're succeeding, how the way you've always done it and sustained it. Pile number 4. And by the way, if you're interested in getting help on being more productive while enjoying the process, I do sell a productivity book that does exactly that, and it gives you all the key tricks and advice on how to becoming a productive person, all while enjoying it. If you're interested, you'll find it down in the description box, and you'll find more information about it. Pile number 4. And you can see here just how a shift in energy is causing someone to work in peace, to do what they need to do in peace. You do see the Temperance here, enjoying her time, taking it slow. And slow doesn't mean that you waste time. It's just doing things calmly, not necessarily slowly, but to do it calmly. Because sometimes when you take your time to do things quickly, but take your time to do it, it finishes quickly. You make less mistakes. You're not anxious, so you don't overlook certain things. You finish on time instead of this anxious energy of feeling like you can't do it. It's taking more time than it should, and stressing out and taking your mind into that direction wastes a lot of time for you that you may not have noticed, as opposed to taking your time to do things with clarity. That finishes off things for you much quicker than you think. So oh yes, and I'm seeing, don't waste in between times, because they take a lot of your time and make you feel like now it has taken so much time. I don't know, I heard that, so it was probably significant for you, for some of you. So pile number 4, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was my absolute pleasure doing this reading for you. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.